Hey guys, how's it going? Woke up this morning and logged into the game and noticed this update. Lucius has already been buffed. So, we're going to talk about it. So, Lucius, as you all know, came out last weekend, has already been buffed. If you've been paying attention to what the community's been saying about him, he's not he's not a bad hero by any means. He's not bad for Semrah. His ability to remove buffs during the Aegis Shield phase of Semrah is extremely useful, and he's the first buff stripper that we've ever seen in the game. And hopefully his uses will grow even more down the line as more content is added. But when people got to start testing him, people were underwhelmed, and people includes me. I was also a bit underwhelmed with Lucius. So first, I'm going to talk about kind of why Lucius was so hyped leading up to him, and then why people were disappointed, and then I'll explain the buff. People were super hyped about Lucius because of the second phase of Guild Boss 2, which is this Earth Shatter and Aegis mode. Anyone that has been trying to improve their score in this guild boss knows how much of a pain in the ass this second phase is. So basically what happens in this phase, to make it very simple, he goes through this cycle where he builds shield on himself. So he gets this buff that we can look at it here. Basically he gains stacks of hardening, and it gives him increased penetration damage reduction and magic damage reduction. And it also increases the damage of this Earth Shatter. And Earth Shatter is like, it hits so hard, and as he gets more and more of those stacks and it hits harder, it'll wipe your team. And so people were, one, struggling to complete the phase because as the stacks increased, it was impossible to do damage to him basically without Kratos and a bunch of, a super OP pay to win Arbiter team. The thought was, okay, wow, we have a guy that can come in and strip those buffs off now so that you can do normal damage. Which is true, but it didn't work the way that everyone thought. I know for me, I thought that the buff removal was going to be more consistent and quicker, but the problem with this fight, and I think what we didn't realize, is that when Lucius was removing the buffs from Semrah, the shield buffs, the next phase, the buffs that were removed would come back. So it just undid all the work Lucius did, and then you're in the same shitty spot that you were in before you dispelled the buffs. It was pretty much impossible to avoid getting a ton of stacks built up, even with Lucius as the dispeller, and so it didn't make a lot of difference to people's teams because he was still getting stacks and then wiping everyone with the Earth Shatter damage. So Lucius was a bit disappointing in that context. He definitely helped me progress a little bit, and survive a little bit longer, but he didn't boss that phase as much as I thought he would. So before, what he would do when you trigger the ult is he would go into the exorcism phase where he would remove all of his stacks of damnation, right? And then what he would do is he would dispel debuffs through his pursuits. So, of course, every basic attack he does has a chance to give you a pursuit that comes out, and for the first 4 of those pursuits would dispel 1 buff from the target each. So it wasn't instant. It wasn't like you cast his ult and then instantly all the buffs are off the enemy. It took a while. He had to get through his ultimate, cast out those pursuits to actually get the buffs off. But now the way it works is, instead of him removing buffs on each pursuit in his ultimate, he has the next basic attack, which dispels up to 5 buffs from the target upon a hit. So the way I read this is that the next basic attack in his ult removes all 5 buffs at the exact same time. And we'll test this out to see if that's how it works, but that's how I read it. But with this being instant, if it is instant, removing 5 buffs, I can actually see it being a really nice change, because if you can instantly remove all buffs, that gives you more time, right, to get really good damage onto Semrah before he can put those stacks back. So I can actually see this making a a pretty good difference. My only concern is that since it's the first basic attack that dispels up to 5 buffs, is that going to make it more crucial for you to time his ult? Because I've noticed that his ult is really hard to time because I kind of just guess when his stacks of damnation are high to the point where he's about to trigger demonic embrace, right? Because if he triggers demonic embrace, it removes all rage, and then you can't use his ult, and then you're screwed. I really wish they had like an indicator or something that shows how many stacks you have. That would be really helpful. But yeah, I'm excited that they responded so quickly to a change that is only negatively affecting the player base. I saw that they fixed the anti-heal bug real quick. I'll show you the team really quick, and then we'll hop in and we'll do my run for the week and see if we can't beat a record. All right, guys, so here's the team that I am working with for Apocalypse 2. I got Torador. We'll show his gear really quick. Nothing like super special or crazy. The reason I like Torador, let me find it. One, he has stun, which can help with the saw phase, right? And then he also has defense reduction. So each attack inflicts defense reduction on the target for 5 seconds, which is really nice for every phase, right? Just to help you do more damage to the boss in general. We have Lust, who, if you saw my last Semrah video, she's a really, really good DPS for Semrah. We have Volca, who's a really good support for this fight. She doesn't do crazy damage or anything, but her passive is really nice, right? Because one, she allows everyone to heal on every single attack, and you're going to need as much healing as possible in this fight. But two, she does vulnerability for both penetration and magic damage. So that's really going to be nice as well. Next, we have Demos, who, again, another really, really good DPS for this fight. Here's the gear. Silas, the king of DPS in all content, essentially. Here's his gear. We have Elowen, and she's in an invigoration set. We have the man himself, Lucius, who I have in Soulbound Arcana. Here's his gear. We have Nazim, who don't need to show his gear because it doesn't matter. He's the king of stun, and he's going to help pretty much make the saw phase nothing, basically. Constance for inspiration buff for everyone. Here's her gear. And then last but not least, we have Vortex, epic healer. Still the GOAT, man. So with that said, I'm excited to test Lucius out and see how he does now, especially after the buff. Let's do it. All right, guys. We're in it. We in this. We're going to play Silas first. Constance, she'll give invigoration to Silas. We're going to place Lust down. We're going to place Vortex down. We're going to place Lucius down. Elowen. Demos. Volca. Nazim. Alright, guys. I'm going to wait until Constance is up, and then I'll pop everyone. Demos is slacking out here, man. Alright. Death's all going. Let's go ahead and pop Nazim and Torador to get some stuns going. Why didn't I pop that earlier? Alright, I'm going to speed this up. We're going to let, we're going to let Lucius trigger his Demonic Embrace because we just need DPS right now. We don't need to dispel any buffs. But yeah, we should get past this first phase quite easily, I would think. Yeah, there we go. Alright, again, I'm going to let him trigger Demonic Embrace. I'm not really worried about the first stack he's going to get here on this Aegis mode. Alright, so I'm going to pause it here really quickly. I do want to talk about this. So this is what I was talking about at the beginning of the video. This Aegis mode, he puts these shields on, okay? What these shields do enhances the damage of this next attack that's about to come out, this Earth Shatter. And then on top of it, what it does is it increases his penetration and magic damage reduction. So it makes it really hard to do damage to him. And you can see that Lucius just dispelled the debuff when I cast this ult. But I want to show you with more buffs how it will work. So hopefully we get to a point where he gets some stacks. I think he's, yeah. So he's got 3 stacks, and we're actually not going to be able to dispel these because we don't have his ult back right now. So on the next run, we should get a good idea of what happens. As I mentioned, I'm expecting it should work instantaneously. And it does. Okay. Guys, first impressions. I am very happy with that change. As you can see, instantly removed all 5 of those buffs, which means more time to do DPS to get through this phase. So it's kind of twofold why this is so good. 1, he's dispelling 1 extra buff than he was before. 2, he dispels the buffs instantly. I really like this change off of just the first, I know I tested it for like 2 seconds, but I can see this being a good improvement. So now we can just kind of run through the rest of the fight. Hopefully we can maybe get a record. Let's see what we do. My record for this Apoc 2 is like 42 or 43k or something like that. So it's not insane, but we'll see what we can do. All right. I usually wait for the second phase of poison to use Elowen to dispel the poison. Or to cleanse, I should say. Pop Vortex's ult for additional healing since we're getting wrecked by poisons right now. And then as soon as I have it, I'll pop Elowen to cleanse everyone once again. Alright, we're cleansed. Alright, speed this back up. Waiting for ults. Pop Nazim and Tordor for stuns to help with, again, making this phase meaningless and reducing the damage of this smash that's about to come down. Tordor's ult, nice. Okay, speed this up again. We'll get through this before the second smash. Nice. Love that for us. Okay, now we're about to go into the second phase of this Aegis mode, and I just let him trigger Demonic Embrace again. Not a big deal. But next time I will trigger his ult and remove all the buffs that he has. So he's got 3 stacks now. Watch this. Bang! All 3 removed. I love it. Really, really nice, guys. Really, really nice change. For real. Woo! All 5 removed. Man, I like it. I like it. Alright, this is going to be kind of brutal. We might get wrecked here. Yeah, but we won't because it removed all the buffs. Okay, nope, not anymore. Alright, we're good. We got through it. Wait, did we? Yeah, we did. Okay. Alright. Again, I'm going to wait for the second phase of poison. I do have to slow it down on this one because I struggle. Okay. Cleanse the poisons. I need Vortex to come in clutch with some healing here to help us before Elowen gets her cleanse back. I'm actually very scared about this right now. Here we go. Alright, now we'll cleanse all 20 of these. Alright. We're good. I hope we can get through this before he gets another poison phase out, but I don't... Actually, we're not going to. That's so annoying. He's going to get another poison out, I think. Okay, no, we got him. Nice. Cool. Speed this up again. I just popped Nazim. That's really bad. We're probably gonna die now since I popped Nazim. Yep. Brutal. Huge mistake there by me. But Lucius is alive, so we're okay. And we'll get them back in a second here. Alright, cool. We got through it. A little bit of a scare there, but we're okay. Not the cleanest run now. Alright, I'm gonna slow it down because we might get wiped here. So solid damage so far. Okay, now he's got 2. He's gonna get 3 next time. Slow it down again. I'm gonna wait for that buff to come back. 3. Speed it up again. He's gonna get 4, so we're gonna have to survive with 4 stacks. Okay, we got 40k. Shields, everyone. Alright, removed all 5 stacks. That's what we want to see. And now we're going to have to survive with 6 stacks. I don't think we can survive this, guys. Not going to lie. Yeah, we don't survive that. So, I don't know. I'm sure I can work with the timings a little bit on Lucius. Like maybe I wait like longer to, I don't know. I'm sure I can mess with his timings a little bit to get past this phase, but I'm pretty happy with 42k on Apoc 2 for now, at least. You know, it's still a newer fight, and that's not bad for damage. I am curious to see how everyone did. All right, so here's the damage. Silas carries. Silas and Lust are the best DPS by a decent margin. Now, when it comes to Lucius's damage, it's good. It's not insane. It's good damage. But again, you're not really using Lucius for a top DPS. You're using him for that buff dispel, which I think after the buff now is pretty dang good. I think my favorite part isn't just that they increased the buffs. Like, my favorite part is actually the instant removal. That is so nice. I love that. I think that's a really good change. So yeah, let me know what your guys' thoughts are if you've tested him after the buff. I am planning on doing another Semrah video this week for my Apoc 1 run with a completely different team. I think it'll be helpful maybe for some of you to see how do I manage 30k with like not my best team on Apoc 1 and then manage to get a decent score on Apoc 2 as well, and how do I balance the teams. So I'll be showing you my Apoc 1 team in another video where I hit 30k. Hopefully I'll be coming out with that video the next couple days, but until next time, see you guys.